Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in the
Shade in the
City.
City.
I'm Treese,
It's Nels.
and today we are gonna be reviewing Ready to Love. This is season 5, episode 3, I believe. Yes, this is episode 3. It's moving
Oh,
fast.
wow.
Yeah. But
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
jump right into it. We had a very lengthy evening, so we're recording in the morning. I am not sipping on anything but my coffee and water.
I still got I got a little bit to sip on me now.
She has to have her mimosa or whatever. But yeah, I can't do it. I already slept too late. So there we have it. Let's get into it. Let's get shady. Yay.
So we are
In the
back
ladies' lounge.
in the ladies' lounge. Or is this their first time? I think this is their first time in the ladies' lounge, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in the ladies' lounge, and Tommy is discussing, how everything went, how were the blind dates, did the ladies enjoy them? And they both did. They both said that they were great blind dates. It was Ace and what's that girl's name? The one with the contacts. Carmen, yes. They both said that they both loved their blind dates. They had a great time. But Tommy is ready to, turn up the heat a little bit. So he lets the ladies know that this week they are to be taking their interest on a date that kind of represents who they are, I guess, like what they like to do. And the ladies are excited about this. Mm-hmm. Ace seems super excited about this. I would not be surprised if Ace took somebody to go do some yoga.
I was going to say, I definitely see that.
It would not surprise me if she took some, to do yoga or just to meditate.
I was going to say some type of spiritual experience. Yeah,
exactly. He also lets the ladies know that he's bringing in 2 new singles. So it looks like he chose zakiyah to go on a date with Eric. He doesn't let us know yet, who the man is going on a date. So I guess that'll be a little surprise for us. But yeah, the ladies seem like they're in good spirits. They seem happy and they're enjoying their interest at the moment. So,
and we also learned that, not only are we getting 2 new, I guess you said that we're getting 2 new people. And as we know, we're sending some man home this week. So yes, we're getting rid of somebody.
Surprise! We see who the man was that was picked for the blind date. And it is Clifton. He is meeting up with AP. And apparently it's at a
vegan restaurant,
which Clifton, he has made clear he is not happy about, because if you look at him, he is a meat eater. Okay.
Carnivore.
Okay. Exactly. AP lets us know that she is a holistic life coach. And she was married for 10 years. But her husband, she's a widow. Her husband passed away 5 years ago. So, we're feeling for her, but it seems like she had some time to heal from that. And apparently she's on the show, so she feel like she's ready to love.
Right.
So
she has meets 2 kids, right?
She does. So she meets up with Clifton, and just like I noticed, okay, because she is in person, okay, she noticed that he is glowing, okay, that beard, the hair, I told you, he just looked like he smelled good. Just Clifton, just He just looked like, I feel like Sabrina. I just want to sniff your neck, like for real. Like,
You're so funny.
he just looked like he smelled good. Anyway,
What she say? He looks like, she said he clearly been eating his nuts and berries or something like that.
His berries and juices, what
Oh,
she said. Yeah. So, they sit down for their meal, and she, they get right into it. She lets him know that, they're talking about travel, and she's like, yes, I love to travel, but I got little ones. I got young ones. She has a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. And Clifton, it's not like me and Clifton really in the same boat. Clifton got a 17 and a 3-year-old. The age gap. Look, I get it. Okay. I get it. So
surprise. That's what that sounds like to me. Surprise.
Exactly. So, basically they're talking about their past relationship. She lets him know that she is a widow. And, basically they let each other both know that they've done the work. They're both ready to love. I think Clifton said he took a year off dating after his divorce. And we know that I think she said that she took about 3 years off. So maybe she's been kind of dating for, the last 2. So we have a problem though, ladies. Let me say something. I don't know. AP, I might need to see your brother, because apparently Clifton is over here giving brother vibes.
Yeah.
She said Clifton reminds her of her brother. That's not a good start. When you're trying to get to know somebody.
My personal opinion, I agree with you. Their date, they both said, I think Clifton even said that she might be cool to hang out with at the cookout.
Like at the cookout, that she's also giving friend vibes. So
yes.
I mean,
but I think the vegan thing was just no,
like, some people like that was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, like some people are just, my dude thinks people who are vegan are weird. Like he won't like not fuck with you, but you probably wouldn't be able to date him if you were a vegan. That's just not his thing. So I get where
I'm not gonna lie. If I was out on a date with someone who was vegan, I would feel like we could go to a regular restaurant and bitch, you just need to order some veggies or a salad or something. Don't take me to a vegan restaurant and I ain't got shit to order.
What he say when they were ending the date, and he said, I don't like green beans in my brownies.
Uh-huh.
And then they were eating some, and then he jokingly says, well, he said, I'll eat vegan on a turkey sandwich. So for him, vegan is
Clifton is funny, goddamn. Clifton is
funny. And I love how like accommodating he was, but I can be honest, the way I love meat as well, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But I mean, it would have been hard for me to even sit through. And the fact that you're giving, so not only am I hungry, but now you're giving out friend vibes. Oh no, we can go somewhere else for this.
Trace, look, I can't talk shit because a motherfucker tell me they eat a different type of bacon. We got a problem. So,
but maybe we are going to find you a Dante, and y'all can eat vegan risotto together. That's all we can hope for.
Oh, to her.
Yeah, to her.
Oh, okay. I don't know if any of the men there are vegan, or if they say that they were vegan, but so then let's get into Eric and Zakiyah. Okay, Eric come in looking all good, looking like he smelled good too. He lets us know that he's a private chef. I thought it was so sweet that he showed his parents. Apparently they are happily married. They go on dates, and they still tickle each other. Like, it's super cute. And this is what he has to look up to. And that's what he wants for his relationship, which I thought was super dope. But it makes sense because he's a preacher's kid. His daddy was a minister.
Okay.
Yes, he's a PK.
But what can I just say? He's my new favorite. Like from the moment I turned, because I think I like the first time I watched it late. And this is the part that I caught it on, and I was like, oh my God. Like I even tweeted. I was like, I saw yes, Eric. I was here, but
Um,
and to find out he's a private chef.
Yes, he's a private chef. I think so. I think he said like a celebrity chef, but you know, in here it said private chef. So he lets zakiyah know that, you know, he was married at 18. He does have two grown women children. One is 21 and one is 23. We know that zakiyah doesn't have any children, but she's open either way. She stated that, you know, if she has kids, that would be great, and if she doesn't, it just wasn't meant for her, which I think is super dope. At that she's that way. You know, most women, especially, I don't want to say that, but around her age group, you know, are like, I have to hurry up and get married and have a kid. And she's just like, she's
Well,
cool. She's cool either way.
to that point, because you said it, but I was thinking it as well. I also think it may have something to do with the fact that he brings
She's
up
a cervical cancer
yeah,
survivor.
he brings
Mhm.
up that he basically got to the DC area. I guess he said he moved from Harlem.
Mhm.
He got to DC because he was caring for his uncle
Who has cancer
who has
and is
cancer.
in remission. He's in remission currently.
And that's when we learned that zakiyah is a cancer survivor. And I think,
and she's been cancer free
like,
for 9 years.
yes, so congrats on that, and that's such a
Yeah.
blessing. But I think that when God gives you an opportunity, or a second chance, or you can kind of, you know what I mean, things like that, I think you're just so grateful for every day that you get. So anything that God gives you
It's
extra
extra.
is beautiful, but you're
Yeah.
just thankful for every day that you get. And that's honestly the vibe that she gives me. And that's why she's like, it's neither here nor there. It's great if it happens, but if it doesn't, that's good too. And you know what?
But you see, I said she was one of my favorites. I didn't know why, but it's coming. It's coming to me now. They also have in common that she is currently a systems engineer, and before he was a private chef, he was a systems engineer.
So, and let's not forget. Oh no, she dropped names. A homegirl works for NASA.
For NASA, yes, she works for NASA. But they have a great vibe, and they just made a fast connection. They have a great connection already. She's basically like, you don't need to meet nobody else. This is it, boo. I'm here.
Okay. And I feel like he feels the same way. Like this was, again,
he wants to meet other people, but he's like,
they need your help over at Lifetime. They need your help.
Yes,
because clearly the matchmaking over there, if you could see the that's going on at Lifetime, I'm just saying it clearly needs your expertise, bruh. So apparently Nels just informed me that it's called Pass and Paint, that this activity that they went on.
That zakiyah arranged for everyone.
I like the idea of it. I love her thinking behind it. And she's like, so I guess the point is everybody starts off painting for like 5 minutes and they switch, and then everybody adds on to someone else's painting as they're adding on to someone else's experience. And I thought that was dope. That was dope, zakiyah.
I think that was cool. That was a cool idea. So let's talk about who's all here at zakiyah's date. It's zakiyah. We have Eric, Ace, Joy, and Cornelius. And they're all painting, you know, they're all starting off with their own little pictures. Apparently, is it Eric that had a fish in the sky, saying it was abstract? They making fun. They're making fun of Eric. I guess he's a great chef. Maybe not the best painter.
Hey, we can't do it all. Sometimes there's things you can't do. I get it.
we can't all be Chris Brown, okay? We can't be talented in every goddamn thing, all right? Okay. So Cornelius apparently is painting his cat, who has passed away at 14 years old, named Pimp.
I'm gonna be honest with you, this would have been a deal breaker for me. And I'm not even talking about the fact that, one, I'm not a cat person, but a man with a cat.
But Trace, the Egyptians worshipped cats.
And I love Egyptians, but I can't do it.
Cornelia said,
grown man
you
with
remember the
it'd be different if
Egyptians
it was like your
worship
grandmother
cats.
gave you the cat and she passed away and you have fond memory, but just and no offense, the way Cornelius, this big grown man, that's like him having a little yappy dog. Like that's a turn off for me. These big men with these little, I don't. So a cat is a real turn off.
They do it to attract women.
Well, the cat would not get me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it seemed like it was kind of a turn off for Joy too, because Joy was like, I mean, what do you say to a man who was painting his dead cat named Pimp?
How do I take you serious?
I felt like it was kind of an awkward moment for her. Oh, Eric is he's kind of making his rounds a little bit. You see him here talking to Ace, and he's asking Ace like, how was the process going for you? How are you liking it? And Ace got a little sweet, little sexy voice a little bit. She's like, it's pulling me out of my comfort zone. I don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe this is part of the reason all the dudes like Ace, because she giving like,
I was like, she's giving so sensual, and I don't think she's trying.
No, I don't either. I think that's like who she is the thing, in her voice.
It's natural.
I mean, like I don't know. I just have questions. Like, did you always talk like this? Was your voice always this soft? Did you always sound like, like sexy? Like, so Zakiyah decides to pull Cornelius to the side because she's like, I ain't never seen him. He came in for the blind date, but I ain't meet him yet. So let me go find out what's going on with this man.
Okay.
And basically she's asking about his drink. Apparently he's drinking an old fashioned. She's like, oh, okay, well, are you old fashioned? And he's like, I
have an old soul.
Mm-hmm. He said he got an old soul, but we know he ain't old fashioned because why? He don't believe in the institution of marriage. But
that's and Zakiyah talks about how she's, as we discussed previously, she just confirms whether she has kids or not. She's kind of cool either way. Mm-hmm. But she is not having she don't outside of marriage.
She said she ain't got to do no midnight feedings, which I feel you, homie.
I really like my life, and I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. He asked her why she's single, and she mentioned that I guess a few years ago she was engaged, but it didn't work. So now she's here and she's looking for love, and I mean, I'm sure Zakiyah's looking to get married, but
well, no, and she says that, and she says that's why I haven't had children, because I wanted a husband before I brought children into this world.
So Cornelius is saying basically that he wants to have children, but he doesn't want to be married to have them.
Yeah, he and I think I mentioned to you off camera, he said something about it last episode where he was saying something about to Ace about a life partner when she mentioned marriage or what, and he said something about a life partner. No, when he was talking to Tiffany.
And and she's put down the paddle.
And she put down the paddle. And so he has already pretty much said he's not necessarily, and even he said he's been in a lot of relationships. And I think he's probably been with so many women for so long, but once he lets them know that he's not getting married, that's probably over. And that's probably why he's here.
I think most of the women here want to get married, so.
Or maybe he'll find somebody okay with just being a life partner.
Or he will strike out again.
That part too. So we see this meetup between Sabrina and Paul. And basically they're sitting down. Apparently they share a love for soul food, mac and cheese at that, which I'm here for it, even though I probably shouldn't eat it. I love it. Love it. So I was definitely here for it. They basically talk about, or she wants to speak with him just about like his work ethic and what she
said she want to dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
Into Paul.
Paul lets us know that he has pretty much had an entrepreneur mindset since the age of 10. and went and wrote his number down on 100 pieces of paper and handed out to the neighbors and did shopping. So he was Instacart before Instacart was Instacart, right? Which is very smart.
He was really the delivery man.
Yeah, he really was delivering. So as much junk as we talked about PO, he was delivering. So in that, basically learning that about him, she could definitely see it. But I think that confirmed her fears. She wants to be with someone who can focus on being in the moment and being present and not always focused on getting to the next bag. And I can understand where he's coming from. I have to keep going. Like, if I'm going to be the main provider support system, I have to keep going. It's just I don't have anybody to catch me when I fall. So I have to be that person.
Plus, it's that New York mentality. He's got that New York hustlers mentality. So
yeah,
that's not going to change.
Exactly. And Sabrina realizes that. And so basically she kind of lets him down gently, but lets him know that, that's not something that she's looking for. And she doesn't want to waste his time. She knows that he has other connections. And I will say, I think I like that only because I think last season we've seen so many people kind of drag stuff out when you knew there was like nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
So I could appreciate Sabrina being like, let me not waste your time and you need to go focus on somebody who can really serve you, right? So yeah, no, and I mean that was pretty much it. Anything else you want to add, Nels?
No, I think you covered everything. So we are apparently at Lucky Strike, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, this made me want to go bowling. I want to go bowling now.
Yeah, we do need to. I haven't been bowling in a while. It's an underrated activity.
The only problem is I hate going bowling when I got nails.
Yeah.
I was in a break something, or always hurt my fingers, something. Well, I don't know. Whose date was this? Was this her date?
I believe it was Laverne. No, because the girls were picking. So maybe
the girls were. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe it had to be Joy's date. They didn't state whose date it was. But okay, so I mentioned this to Therese. I probably shouldn't even talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. I felt like AP is so little, or at least she looks so little. She said she's stopping with the big dogs and she wears a size 11.
Yeah.
Now,
and that's the one person I think you don't have in the picture is AP, but yeah, AP was there.
She wasn't in any of the group pictures. So, I don't know. I just can't see her. Maybe she's taller than what I think, or I don't know. She just looks so little on screen. I just cannot imagine her little self wearing a size 11 shoe.
You'll be surprised.
Well, anyways, apparently all the men here are crazy good at bowling. Paul lets it be known that his mother used to roll 300s, and that's who taught him to bowl. So he over here giving instructions. You got to aim for the arrow. Your wrist got to be out like this for the arrow. And I thought it was hilarious that he's trying to give Joy some instructions. He's like, lesson. Okay, just exactly, just listen, just do what I tell you, just trust me. She's like, okay, all right. Now, if I don't get it, it's all because of your instructions.
And if I do, you get no credit.
It was all me. And I like that she said, she loves his humor because he's going to give you the raw, uncut. And a lot of people can't deal with that, but she loves it. She loves his humor. And she also loves Laverne's humor. She loves flirting with Laverne.
And clearly her and Laverne talk about outfits before they come out because they're matching. She got on camouflage pants. He got on his camouflage shirt. They just look like they already go together.
Yeah, they do. But I thought it was cute. She loves flirting with him. She said he does not make her feel uncomfortable in any way. Because some of his little comments, he do be taking a little, taking a little far a little bit.
But put your hands on my butt. And she's like, I'll put my hands on your shoulder. Butt is a little too much, too soon.
Exactly.
And she's like that, butt, lips. And he's like, oh, well,
you ain't ready for the lips.
You ain't ready for the, I was like, it's definitely flirtatious. A lot of sexual energy
Exactly.
Two of them. But it's cute because you can obviously it's so weird because clearly she has something with Clifton, but clearly she has something with Laverne as well.
I like the fact that she's open. She's not just so Clifton. She's still open and, still flirting and enjoying her time and having fun. I like that. And I like that, she didn't feel uncomfortable. So it didn't make us as viewers feel uncomfortable with the flirting. She said she loves it. So.
The only thing I will say that I noticed, and only after, because like you said, they didn't get her in a group shot. But now when I think back, maybe they just edited it out, maybe, but it kind of seems like AP got lost in this scene. Like even the fact that Paul is there, even when Joy and Laverne are, I mean, I don't know. You just don't really see any interaction aside from her talking about her shoe size, but her really like having any conversations. Or so it makes me wonder, did she just kind of sit there quietly because she was, new and unfamiliar, or if we just didn't get to see that footage.
If Clifton was there, we probably would have seen her, because if she did,
because Clifton is so
he would have went to check
inclusive.
He would have went to go check up on her.
Exactly. Yeah, no. So we see them going on a tour of DC, which I thought
it was that Wiley saw Sabrina. He said hot mambo sauce. Y'all know what mambo sauce is.
I was going to say that's so DC of him. That's so DC of him.
It is a DC thing, but we got it in Maryland and Virginia too.
Well, Papa John's has mambo sauce now. They offer mambo sauce.
It's probably not the same.
Maybe the rest of the world is being exposed to the greatness that is mambo sauce.
It is not the same. The one in the
I'm sure it's not the same. They would probably feel cheated if they actually came to DC and had mambo sauce and then had Papa John's.
They probably don't even like mambo sauce, because if they're buying the one in the grocery store, they're like, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
You got to go to Yum's. I like the one at Yum's. That shit is amazing.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trees.
Oh no. So basically we see AP, Sabrina, Wiley, Tori, and I hate to say I almost forgot his name, but we haven't seen him in a while. And then you see Demetrius in the back, like he's just not even interested.
She's enjoying the tour, apparently.
Yeah, I guess he's just really embracing the tour, or I don't know. I felt bad for him because I didn't even feel bad for him because he clearly chose to like exclude himself. Even Sabrina felt some type of way about it. She was just like, this is one of my strongest connections. Why would I be?
It actually looks like, so he would have had, I would assume he would have been maybe the first one on the bus, since he's in the back. I'm assuming, right? And he sat on a side where he has to sit alone.
Yeah.
So it didn't even look like he planned on engaging. He didn't even, sit, by the window or something where, Sabrina or AP could have sat next to him, or where he could have, it seems like he was just looking out, just gazing out the window, just loving DC.
I guess so.
I know. So Wiley and AP were engaging in conversation. They were trying to get to know each other. AP kind of gave the vibe that she ain't feeling his age. We know Wiley's only 32. So she's like, do you want kids? And he says that he wants 2 kids. They apparently are both educators.
Yes.
She's a professor. And we know what he does. And Sabrina is having a conversation with Tori, and she said it's kind of awkward for her because she's sitting here talking to Tori while Demetrius is here, not engaging, but can hear everything that they're saying. So she said, basically she understands respect and trying to keep your, respectful space. But it would have been nice if he would have been engaging and, just let her know that, or, kind of reassured her, like,
I'm still here.
Yeah. Like, you're still in the running. I'm still in the running. Like, we're both feeling each other, or, so.
Yeah. I do think the main part in this, and I feel so bad for Wiley, because this is like the second or third time that I've heard this out of these women's mouth, that Wiley is young.
They don't want to be a cooker. They don't want to be a
even AP says, I felt like I was talking to one of my students. And I don't know. I'm like, give the boy a chance. How many 32-year-olds is out here talking about they want kids and they really ready for love? So, and the fact that he loves kids, he's an educator. Like, so maybe he's on, can we just give Wiley the benefit of the doubt and maybe he's on some other stuff? But I get it. These are women in their 40s or approaching 40, and they are just like, nah, we good.
Clifton and Joy go on their long-awaited date, finally. And I think it's so cute. Joy just comes in. She's like, I just want a hug. I don't care about nothing else. I just need to get a hug.
She just wanted to sniff his neck.
She probably did, though. She probably really did, though. So her food comes out. It looks amazing. It's like some big plate of food.
Clearly I'm learning something new. Swahili Village. So I'm gonna have to go and figure out where this is, even though I probably can't eat there, but we know that Clifton loves spicy. So I would imagine that whatever he got had a little bit of kick to it. And I can't eat little Bayer hot sauce. So I can't imagine.
So apparently she ordered some type of fish, because she said this is a whole fish. And it looked like it had some type of like yellowish orange sauce on it. It looked really good. To the point that Clifton wanted to try it. He was like, I'm getting some of that. He tried it, y'all.
And I don't eat coconuts either.
It had coconut in it. And he is allergic to coconut. I felt bad. I know Joy felt bad. Like,
he was like, I just got him. I'm not trying to kill him.
Exactly. What did he say? He said, I'm coming to join you. I don't think he said Elizabeth, but he said, I'm coming to join you. But basically, he was cool. He was like, basically nothing stopping this date unless my throat closed up.
Yeah.
Because I think he put it in his mouth and he was able to taste it, but then he spit it right back out. I don't think he actually swallowed
thankfully
what it was that he ate.
But he's lucky his mouth didn't swell if he's really that allergic.
So he said basically unless his throat was closed up, he was waiting too long for this date with Joy, and he ain't going nowhere. And
I thought it was super cute.
Yeah, it was super cute. He really enjoys her time. He really enjoys spending time with her, and
they enjoy each other. This season, I will say, gives a lot of sexual energy.
See, I can't even hate on this because, last season, how I felt about Camille and Cornelius, I didn't feel like the shit was real. And, that's who I liked. So, of course, I was taking shots. But this, I can't even hate. They really feeling each other. I'm still feeling Clifton. Let's not get it twisted. But but I like their vibe. They're super cute together. They did relate on the fact that both of their fathers passed away. Apparently,
Clifton Joy was at 22, I believe he said. And he said
I thought he said at 23.
Kind of fell apart after that.
And Joy, she was raised by her father, and her father passed away, so she felt like her world also fell apart as well. So she could appreciate the fact that they could relate in pain to the same pain and loss that they both had. But I love the fact that she told him, she said that he makes her feel comfortable and safe. I thought that was super sweet. I thought it was super special.
I'm so here for this connection. Like, I'm rooting for them. But that's why I'm getting a little worried about Laverne, because I am literally here.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Laverne.
Like, because they both have.
Joy to me seems like she's just a flirt. She just likes to flirt. It's fun for her.
I was going to say, yeah, she's probably just she's good socially. She has a great personality. And like me, she could just be talking to you, but that don't mean it's going to go nowhere. But with Clifton, I can see that it's genuine. and they probably have been doing some talking, off camera. But I'm just so here for Clifton and Joy. I really hope they work out.
She mentioned to him that she can see parts of her in him, and he said, "Well, I can see parts of me
you too."
in you. I love how they fucking flirt, like.
And then what did she say?
She's
like, I want to do this again. She's like, I really like you. And she's like, I want to do this again. And he's like,
oh, you want to do it again?
Yes. It was just, I was here for it.
Yeah, they're cute. They're super
genuine
cute.
Connection. It's real. I love it. And I just hope we see it continue to grow. Cause like I said, I want to see somebody make it off this show and actually turn into something.
And last,
right?
We are in the ladies' lounge with all the ladies and nephew Tommy. He wants to get a feel, get the ladies' minds flowing on how they feel about the men. We find out that Ace and Laverne talk every day.
Yes. I love that. I was like,
he said that he makes her giddy. So he wasn't joking when he said that is Oprah, Beyonce, Michelle, Jill Scott. He was serious. He trying to get to Ace. Okay. He want to take a long walk. Okay.
You said he want to take a long walk.
He want to take a long walk. Okay. Everybody seems to like Clifton. I'm not surprised. It's Clifton is he's just amazing. He
has an energy and an aura about him.
Exactly. He's kind of the shit. Precious, surprisingly, I didn't know about this connection, but she likes Paul. She said that her strongest connection is with Paul. And she wants someone to build and add to her, not someone that completes her. And that's how she feels Paul is for her. Wiley, general consensus is not everybody's feeling Wiley. And I think it's mainly because of his age. It's mainly because of his age. These women on here are not ready to be cougars. And, that is what it is. I feel like, so as far as Laverne, apparently, they feel like Laverne is always on 10 and he could be a little negative. Although
Carmen is the one that actually said this.
That he was negative. I don't remember who said that he was always on 10 though.
It was Joy. No, it wasn't Joy. Zakiyah said that he's always on 10. And she said that Laverne might be even a little bit messy.
She did say that he was a little messy. And I don't know if she means like man messy, leaving his drawers and shoes and clothes all over the place, or she means like us messy, like spilling tea messy. Either way, they don't want him. They don't want no parts of that. Now,
Sabrina talks about Demetrius. She says Demetrius and Tori are her top, or they talk frequently. Of course, Joy says, I think you said Joy said Clifton. Yeah. And
they get into who they're not feeling.
Which we already named Wiley.
Yes, apparently Cornelius is giving the homie vibe to like everybody. Nobody's really feeling Cornelius. There are people who also are not feeling Paul.
A lot of people
are not feeling Paul. Apparently Paul gives a homie vibe as well. And Sabrina said that, she feels like he can't sit still. He can't sit back and just enjoy things. And she feels like they kind of have the same personality and she wants someone to balance her, to be kind of the opposite. In that moment, Precious jumps up and she's like, what she said is 100% true, but I'm a little bit flighty. I'm a little bit touch and go, and that's a balance for me. So he would be someone who keeps her on track and, basically kind of gets at her ass. But I wouldn't have saw her that way. I wouldn't have saw her as like flighty. But I mean
that either. But for her to clearly know herself and know what she needs, I don't think we've ever, outside of well, maybe it getting confrontational with like Zakiyah, but I don't think we've ever seen anybody like speak up like that and be like, look, I know what y'all talking about, but I'm speaking for me, my connection. And I thought that was super dope. So that she, jumped up to defend him.
No, she agreed. She agreed with what Sabrina said. She said what she said was true, but I am the opposite of him. So he would balance me. So yeah. Nation time, y'all. You see what the ladies
you ain't gotta go home, but get the hell up out of here.
It shouldn't be far from home. So I'm not surprised by these two picks, Paul and Cornelius. So I'm gonna speak on Paul first, I guess. Precious and Paul sit down. She felt like she should be the one to talk to him because he's her top connection. She's his top connection. So she think.
That's what I was gonna say. When she said that, I was like, okay, if that's what he's telling you, boo, but okay.
And she felt like out of respect, she should be the one to deliver the news and talk to him about what the ladies, spoke with her about. So she wanted to dive a little bit deeper with him. And, she let him know, basically, the women said that, he comes off as guarded. And immediately he seemed like he got a little bit defensive.
It wasn't seemed. He got defensive.
He got defensive. He was like, I can't be the only one diving in. And, if you're trying to get to know somebody, it can't be one-sided. And, if they're intimidated, they're intimidated. That's a you problem, not a me problem. And I love how Precious,
you be intimidated by the truth. And if you are, then that says something about you. And I said, I let it be known. And that's when, I'm not gonna lie, that's when the New York came out of him. I know what I want in a woman and what I expect and And if you are not that person, I said, well, damn, Paul. Got a chip on your shoulder much?
And I love how Precious handled it. She was just like, she just sat quiet the whole time and let him rant. And she goes, okay, well, the women just want you to give them a little bit more. Right? Are you able to do that? Are you able to give them, a little more? And he says yes. And she's like, okay, well, I believe that you're ready to love. And so at the end, I actually liked what he said. He said, I don't believe what they're saying, but if it's a consensus, I need to go back and do some self-reflection on me, which you do.
Yeah, bro.
So we know that Paul is staying. So now we can move on to Sabrina and Cornelius.
Sabrina and Cornelius, Joy?
Yes, Joy and Cornelius. Basically, Joy lets him know that everyone genuinely likes him, that he's like refreshing. He's just like a genuinely good dude. And, problem is there's no romantic connections. He gives the homie vibe, but not the lover vibe. You know what Cornelius said? He said, I was friend zoned by 7 people. Homie, I feel you. Because that gotta hurt. To say you were friend zoned. They all see you as like the homie. I don't know if it's because you don't want to get married or if they really see you as the homie, but I can see why that could be like that could be a little hurtful a little bit. You're getting friend zoned by 7 people. Yeah. He said it, not me.
Yeah. No.
So he might do self-reflection as well.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will catch you next week. Please make sure that you like,
comment,
subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
Yes, and we will catch you next week for another episode of Ready to Love. Bye.
Back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!